Hi friends, Emily here. Today I'm going to do a flip through and review of the brand new, just received in the mail, Frame of Life coloring book by Coco Wyo, coloring book to spark your imagination. And yes, this is quite the similarity to the ever popular Circle of Life coloring book you've probably seen all over YouTube, including on my channel. So very common these days for when a publisher or artist puts out a coloring book that does incredibly well, sells thousands of copies, makes lots of money, for the other coloring book companies and publishers to put out something very similar and kind of, you know, piggyback off of the successful book prior. So I have to imagine that's what's happening here. Nonetheless, it doesn't mean it's not a lovely book that you will enjoy and still different. This is on the standard Coco Wyo inexpensive paper with the kind of faded black backing, single-sided. The pages on these are kind of grayish, tan, inexpensive, like you'd get in a kid's coloring book, with, of course, the adult illustrations. I do really like what I've seen so far in this book. I don't like the paper in most Coco Wyo books. I'm almost tempted to copy these onto my nicer marker paper and do them that way. I do find they're unique. I still think it's odd, just like their Christmas Mandalas book that I just reviewed in a video earlier today in my Amazon coloring book haul, which I will link below, that when they're doing, Coco Wyo does round things. Now this is bigger than the mandalas were, but they waste page space by doing this frame, and I don't know why they do it, but I feel like if they got rid of this black frame, they could make the mandalas or the Circle of Life pictures bigger, and I wish they would do that. So this is a lovely cactus scene, and the window, some foliage. Really nice castle scene. You can use your pan pastels and distressed inks here in the background for a swirly cloud look, or your favorite pastel gelatos. Here's some fairy tale mushroom forest scene. Mine, of course, got a little bent, but I have to flatten it out. Brand new in the mail. As much as I love many of the Coco Wyo books, I just wish they would upgrade to the nicer paper and maybe sell the books for $1 or $2 more. I think it would be worth it to me. Here's a nice Southwest scene, maybe. Treehouse. Certainly this isn't quite on par with the Circle of Life book. The Circle of Life coloring book we all know, I can link that below as well, is it's a higher end book. Also, though, the pictures are much more detailed and complicated, a little bit bigger. So this is more of a simplified version of that style of book, but still not so simple that it's boring, like an easy coloring. It still has enough detail to keep you interested and wanting to do it, and where you can complete it in a reasonable period of time, whereas the Circle of Life book, some of those pictures would take a really long time. I like how they already have the black in here, but I would still go over it with a big black marker so it's not that faded grayish black. Nice snowy scene. Dolphin in the ocean, Zen doodly scene, Rocky Mountains maybe. This looks like a fairy cottage or a Hansel and Gretel cottage. I'm not really sure. Sleeping Beauty cottage. Cute little house. Lots of flowers in this book. Lots of opportunity for coloring foliage and nature. So, I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's a piece of cake, I think. Yeah, it's a piece of cake. Oh, I like this. A little city village with a tram. That's nice. Ooh, that might be my favorite so far. The sea turtle from the front cover. Oh, tired. Oh, the kind of tropical flamingo scene. Looking through a porthole from a ship window. I like that. Bedtime. Dragonfly. I still feel like I want to copy these onto another paper. This might be fun for Halloween. Holland windmill. Tulips. That's cute little cottage. Maybe like a little woods secret camping or weekend getaway lodge, private cabin. Circular house. Lighthouse ocean scene. I like these porthole windows. That's kind of neat for the nautical theme. Look at the sunflowers. And I like how each frame is different, or a lot of them are different. Like there's a variety, so you're not going to get bored with them. Southwestern scene. Another cute little house. This is more like a modern family home. Cute little single family home. Kind of a tropical house. The waterfall. Would be nice to see a few less houses and more other stuff. But frame of life, you know, living in houses is part of life. So there you go. It's kind of like a hobbit house. It could be like the Canadian mountains or something. Like a New England boathouse. And the frames are different on each. Oh, I love this. Kind of like a pirate ship. I like how they bring the pictures more to the corner so there's not as much space to fill in. Is that it? That's the end of it. And mine, of course, got curled in the mail. There's a few sort of pastel colors done in these. So Coco Wyo is the home of many creatively independent artists. So yeah, different artists do their books. That's why there's such a variety in all of their stuff. Overall, for an inexpensive book and something that's not quite as intimidating as the Circle of Life, I do think this is a good choice. I might consider getting another one. This one just arrived all damaged. So anyway, I like it. And of course, I'm copying onto other paper. It won't matter. I think they're super pretty. So anyway, give it a try. Very affordable and inexpensive. New for October, I believe. And I hope you liked it. And check out the other coloring book haul I released below that had a bunch of Christmas, Halloween, fashion, portraits, and some other goodies. And I will see you all in that video.